Hi everyone, my name is Stacy Miller and I will be doing this presentation today on Reading Level API for the Warren Public Libraries. There are 4 branches of the Warren Public Library in the city of Warren. These libraries service over 134,000 individuals, and there are a total of a little over 57,000 households within the city. Within this presentation, we are going to stick with the demographics for children. There are approximately 29,000, a little over 29,000 children under the age of 18 within the city of Warren. Within the city, there are 22,000 students enrolled within 57 different school locations. Unfortunately, within these numbers, they do not include the large amount of students that are being homeschooled. The population within homeschooling within the city has been growing over the years, and we at the Warren Public Libraries have had to find new ways to help the parents that are homeschooling their children find books, materials to help them teach their children. So this brings us to the demographic needs. With the library, we are going to see parents and children on a daily basis. So they are the main focus on this API integration. For children, they want to be able to find books that are meant for them to read, that they can read. The parents of these children want to be able to find books that the library carries that are specifically in range of their child's reading level. And when it comes to librarians, we do need to assist and answer these questions that the patron has to be able to find them the materials they're looking for. Sometimes it is a little bit difficult because we have to go outside of our system to find titles sometimes for these patrons, and then bring those titles back and then check our catalog to see if we even actually own the title. So we want to be able to find the information for the patrons in a timely manner and streamline the process while doing this. So this is why this API, I believe, is going to be very beneficial to the libraries, and that's what the possible solution we're going to talk about. So possible solution in helping these parents and children find materials to read within their level. So our solution that I've come up with for this is the Reading Level Integration API for the library's ILS. So we're talking about the API being integrated to the ILS. So what will this API do? So the API will be designed to pull direct data from either vendors of Lexile, Accelerator Readers, or the publishers themselves. It's meant to pull the reading level by using the ISBN, because the ISBN is the individual marker for each book that's being published. So once it finds that reading level, we're going to have it integrated into the ILS MARC records for these items. So there is a development process needed for this API. So we're going to need for this API to be able to use PyMark. PyMark allows the API to communicate with the ILS. The PyMark will allow the API to write, read, modify, and convert MARC records. We will need it to convert the MARC records because the API will need it in XLM format to search the vendors. Not everything is MARC record anymore when you get outside of the library system. So being able to convert it will make the process go a little bit smoother. So the process system would be the ability to edit, modify the enormous number of records that are already on this ILS, and also streamline all the new additions that will be coming to the library in terms of adding to the collections. So this will start with the bibliographic record being entered into the ILS. Then the ILS will make a order record, which is automatically created once that bib record's inputted. And that information will be sent to the API through being converted from the PyMark. So once the API gets that information, it will use that information to get the appropriate reading level for that item or record and report it back to the ILS. And then the PyMark will convert it back from the XML to the MARC. So it will be able to communicate back and forth and without any issues. So once that's done, so how will this work in terms of discovery? So it'll make the reading level information available through discovery for our users, patrons, and staff. This will be done. So how can patrons find and use this new discovery? We are going to try to make it very easy for our users, patrons, and staff. So the reading level will be able to be discovered by the users through the ability of searching for the books by title. They can search by reading level. They can search by range of reading level. So this information will be shown directly within the search results that the patron receives from searching the OPAC. So the searching ability will be put within the already existing search bar that's embedded on the library's website. So they'll be using the same search bar since the search bar is already programmed to search the MARC records metadata. So this will be just an advanced search onto that search bar. So that way it's easier for the users to adjust and be able to use this new feature without having any issues, since they're already familiar with the search bar that we have. As you can see, there is a mock-up here of what the patron will see when they search. So we have the search bar that we normally have where they can search by field, like author, title, like that. And then we have added the advanced search. Well, you'll see that now we have the Lexile range. They can search a range within the Lexile because there's different schools and homeschools that go by different levels within the Lexile. So it's good to have a range. Or they can put the certain score that they're looking for right into the search that says Lexile score. If they know exactly what score they want, they'll be able to pull up books with that number and score. Or we have a grade level search now that they can put in the grade level that they're looking for. So let's say they're wanted, you can search probably both. If I remember right, you could kind of combine the grade level with the Lexile, but I think it's easier to do one or the other. So let's say we want a book for a patron who's looking for their child that has a Lexile score of 1060. So we would put 1060 in the Lexile score box. It would bring up a normal list of results like it's done in the past for the author. And then let's say Diary of a Wimpy Kid shows up on their search results. So if they click on that title, and since the search bar is already bringing up the MARC records, so it'll bring up all the data that's in the MARC record metadata and display it. So if we go into the record and go down to additional information, that's where the API is going to store the reading level that it obtains. So if we look at the additional information section, we'll see that it's got a reading level of grades 3 through 7. So if we wanted a grade level, we'll search that way. And then we have the Lexile score of 1060. And that is the number that the parent was looking for. So the information's right there. And then if the patron wants to go up a little more, she can go back. They can go back. He or she can go back and change the score level if they want something that's just a little bit higher than what their child's reading at, to make the child be able to strengthen their reading skills, a little bit of a challenge to help them. With that, brings the impact of this API. So this API will allow parents to help their children obtain appropriate and challenging books for them to read. It also allows a child to make progress and become better readers. And that's the purpose of being a librarian or a library tech, working in the library. We want to get books in people's hands. Reading is so important, and we strive for information access. And getting the books in the child's hand that the child can read and enjoy is what we're there for. And any way we can help with this, being able to get them better access to our collection is a great opportunity to have. So this will also allow librarians to, and the libraries also, to provide more effective service. We can effectively give them a more of a reader advisory. We can streamline our collections. We can add books that we might find that we're lacking in a certain reading level. And then the librarians can be able to, and the libraries will be able to add more books to the collection that fall within that reading level if we see that we're falling short. So there is a great need and impact that this API, I believe, will have on the libraries and the users themselves. So I hope you enjoyed my presentation today and think a little bit more about how reading levels are important to children and helping them progress in their reading skills. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. I would be happy to answer any questions anyone has. So I hope you had a great time today. Thank you so much.